Hi fertility friends, welcome to my channel Fertility, Hope and Healing. My name is Dawn and I'm a licensed acupuncturist and a certified life coach, fertility coach. And today, guys, I wanted to talk to you about ways that you can boost your immune system in order to increase fertility. And why I really wanted to discuss this is, number one, it is timely. We're going through right now the COVID pandemic, but over the last 20 years, the immune system has become really increasingly important for fertility. And just to address some of those things, if you've had unexplained fertility for a while, I would get your immune system checked. If you've specifically have had miscarriages or frequent miscarriages, definitely get your immune system checked. If you have an autoimmune system, you have to assume that you do have some immune issues that are affecting your fertility. And also, one of the biggest things that's talked about is a lot of times they talk about, when the embryo starts to develop, it can be considered a foreign invader, and so your immune system can attack that. You would need to get tested for that by a fertility endocrinologist. But one of the biggest talks that people are talking about is a lot of times in a lot of these continuing education courses is the immune system and the problems that are with it. Specifically things like even Epstein-Barr syndrome, or Epstein-Barr virus. If you've ever had mono, if you have fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, or really any autoimmune disease, I would get tested for this. Or if you've had like some sort of flu that you never knew what it was, and it took you a long time to recover, and it caused a lot of fatigue, and you didn't know what it was, definitely get tested for the Epstein-Barr virus. You can do that with your just general practitioner. There are 16 different varieties, and they can just test to see if you have ever had any of your IgAs that show up that were fighting this at one point in time. So a lot of times it can become chronic, and the reason why that's so important to get that tested is because the Epstein-Barr virus attacks embryos. And not just that virus, there could be other viruses too out there. So really, really important to get that tested. And today I want to discuss with you guys 7 ways that you can naturally boost your immune system and help you increase fertility. So specifically, in general, like I said, this is being talked about a lot in the continuing education courses that I take on fertility, is that the immune system plays a very, very important role when it comes to you guys getting pregnant. It's a very important role to the quality of eggs, to the quality of sperm, to the quality of your uterus, and to just everything. So definitely take these tips and tricks and try some of them and see if this will help you boost your fertility. Okay, so number 1 would be, in general, to eat healthier. Okay, eat healthy all the time as much as possible. Now, for my patients that are going through the fertility program that I offer a fertility reset diet for them, specifically to help them with them individually. Okay, but a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is anti-inflammatory foods. And the biggest thing just to focus on, guys, is just add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. Okay, and add as many as you like. All right, a lot of fruit is really good for you because it has a lot of antioxidants in there that fight free radicals, which really help your immune system. Okay, that of course there's certain varieties of vegetables that are helping your immune system. So definitely focus on eating whole food, plant-based nutrition as the base of your diet, and you will not go wrong in boosting your immune system that way. Okay, the second thing, which is one of the most important things I tell a lot of my patients, is to avoid sugar. Avoid it like it's the plague. Okay, because sugar, what it does is it breaks down your immune system like nothing else, and I'm talking about refined sugar. Okay, so what it does basically is it feeds viruses, bacteria, cancer cells, parasites, all these things that affect your immune system, and it's extremely damaging. So you want to limit it to very little amounts, and trade it for those natural sugars. So things like honey that's local and raw would be a really great option, because that is known to help boost your immune system. So that in small quantities would be okay. A little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of coconut sugar, those types of things are really great. And I love monk fruit. I wouldn't necessarily do stevia, because for some reason it's so super sweet that our body reacts to it a lot like sugar, and it causes insulin responses, even though it won't cause glucose index responses. So there is a study up in Canada that shows that it affects fertility. So I just tell my patients to really watch stevia and trade it in for monk fruit. But yes, avoid sugar is my second tip. The third thing would be to eat more probiotic foods, all right? We talk a lot about probiotics being important, but we didn't realize how important it was the more we learn about this, because there are billions of cells that are related and need probiotics in our bodies. So we're made up of these bacteria, a lot of us. In fact, they're thinking we're more made up of this bacteria than anything else. There's a really good book you can read called Bacteria for Breakfast that has a lot of great information on that, written by a doctor. But what probiotic foods do is, like nothing else, it really helps to enhance your immune system. And the three, like they call this the Holy Trinity, is kefir, kombucha, and probiotic vegetables. And one of my favorites I wanted to show you guys here are these gut shots. And I wish I had the one that I would highly recommend would be the beet one, because red foods are good for fertility. But I love these gut shots. I think they taste wonderful, and they're just easy to take. I just sip on them. You want to take it with meals. So that's with probiotic vegetables, that's what they suggest doing, because it'll help you digest your food better. So take that a couple times a day. I drink about a half a bottle of kefir water every single day. If you can't do dairy, kefir water is a really good way to do it. And of course, the probiotic vegetables. When it comes to the caffeine that's in kombucha, that it's not very much. A lot of times it's made with green tea. I wouldn't worry about it so much, because it's very little caffeine content. And then the other thing I want to mention too, a lot of these need sugar to actually feed the good bacteria in it. So you're saying, Dawn, avoid sugar, but yet this has sugar. The sugar turns into a beneficial acid that's really good for you. So, and it helps to, like I said, feed the good bacteria inside your gut. So I wouldn't really worry about it too much. And a lot of these items are very low in sugar, okay, when you're doing the kefir water or the kombucha. But if you're gonna do regular kefir or, you know, probiotic yogurts and stuff like that, make sure you do it without sugar. Make sure you get it plain, and then sweeten it with honey. That would be a better option, or some monk fruit. The other thing is to get on a supplemental regimen, and many of you are probably doing this anyway because you are taking supplements for fertility, but a good supplemental regimen, this helped me tremendously personally years ago. I had issues with my immune system, was getting sick quite often, and going on a supplemental regimen daily was really, really helpful. So a whole food supplement, multi, you know, and of course if you're trying to get pregnant, you want a prenatal, but try to get a whole food one. My favorite is Garden of Life Raw. And then also, or My Kind, they also have a My Kind version, those are fine too. Also you can take a probiotic if you want. If you're eating probiotic foods, you don't have to worry about taking probiotics. And then the other thing is to take vitamin D. Vitamin D is really, really important for your immune system. If you're not getting outside often, you need to be taking vitamin D, but in general, just take it because it's really good for egg quality and for also your immunity. Fish oil is also recommended to be taken, or I personally use flax seeds and chia seeds for my omegas. I don't even take a fish oil, and I do pretty good. I make sure I just get those in on the regular. All right, And then the next thing that you want to do, the fifth thing that you want to do is immune boosting supplements. Take it every single day, okay? So right now we're in this COVID pandemic. I highly recommend that you take something every morning and every night, okay, before you go to bed. So some type of supplement like oregano or golden seal. There's also cat's claw. There's many of them out there. Echinacea. Just take something every single day, okay? Those help to kill viruses and bacteria. And that alone will really, really help your immune system tremendously, all right? The other thing to do is to keep on hand natural antibiotic type things you can do, like garlic. You can take that in a supplement, or if you're eating garlic on a regular basis, don't worry about that. But things like colloidal silver, there's just all kinds of natural antibiotics out there. The list goes on and on and on. But keep those on hand when you get sick and start taking that. Sometimes too, people just will take oregano oil, and that alone will help them to prevent themselves from getting sick. Okay, the sixth way that you can help your immune system is using essential oils. Okay, essential oils more is for protection as opposed to really boosting. Well, it can boost your immune system. I personally use therapeutic grade essential oils. I love the brand Young Living. I also use Rocky Mountain oils. Rocky Mountain oils has a tendency to be a little bit less expensive. And they have a lot of the same versions of Young Living and doTERRA, which are the most popular oils here in America. So Thieves is one of my favorite immune boosting ones, and immune protecting, okay? So you can take these internally. This has a lot of clove in it. It's very, very strong. I just put a little dab and I lick it. I'm not going to demonstrate it for you because it is so strong. I probably will start coughing. But what I've been doing lately too is I actually put it in a bottle with some water. You can just use just water, but I also put witch hazel in here and make it into a spray that I spray on myself, on my hands and all over me. That's been my way of protecting myself from getting sick for many, many years, and this stuff really does work. At times I have patients that come in that are sick with a cold, and immediately I will lick some of that oil and put it on me, and then I put it on them before I treat them, and I have had a really good ability to protect myself from getting sick that way, okay? The essential oils are great for fertility. There's clary sage that's really good for fertility, but there's a lot of oils out there. A lot of them are antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral. And so even things like lavender are really, really great. So use essential oils to help protect yourself, and you can also use them to help boost your immunity. I mean, oregano oil is an essential oil, and so that's something you take internally. So yeah, you can use essential oils. All right, and the last way, number 7, that you can boost your immune system and actually increase fertility is to both move and to rest. Move every single day. And specifically, I always encourage my patients to get outdoors and get out into the sun, get some vitamin D, the fresh air. That does wonders for people. But if you can't and you have to be inside, do some yoga, do some qigong. Is really awesome for your immune system. In fact, there are movements that help to protect your immune system and help strengthen your lungs. So do something every single day, even if it's like 15 minutes of qigong. Do it every single day. Then make sure you're getting enough sleep, every single night. I personally find if I exercise daily, I get better night's sleep at night. As long as it's not too vigorous, or if I'm too sore, then it can disturb my sleep. So even something simple, just getting out and moving, will help increase your immune system. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to our channel. We would love for you guys to be a part of our community. If you have any questions, comment below, or if you have any ideas of ways that you help your immune system, I would love to hear about it. You can join our Facebook group community, Fertility, Hope, and Healing. We'd love for you to be a part of that. And guys, make sure too you click on the notification bell so you don't miss a video. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Love and blessings.